she'll be facing a Canadian lineup. They are missing a player. Calvi was injured on the first day of play and has not returned to the lineup yet. So they will be down to 11 batters in their continuous batting order.
This is also a Canada team that was here at this stage a season ago, but not one returning player. So yes, the manager is the same and the uniforms look the same, but the pieces are all different versus the Philippines. It's a lot of the same pieces that were here a season ago.
So we're ready to start, and it will be Angie Passarelli up to bat, leading things off for Canada. Top two teams in each pool will advance to bracket play. It's a big game for Philippines to try to stay in the top two of their pool. Faith Tamba's first pitch is a strike. Passarelli waiting on Tamba. And that's outside. Passarelli, volleyball player as well, enjoys kayaking. This Canadian team is from the Quebec area, so they're mostly a French-speaking team. Another strike. Tom, she's intimidating me, Kempsey, and I'm calling the game.
Yeah, there's always a lot of motion and a lot of communication with Faith Tamba.
Yeah, she is the leader on this field. There is no doubt. She's talking to her team right now. She will turn around and give instructions to her defense. She holds them accountable. Tamba alters the uniform too, rolls the sleeve up on that pitching arm. Puts out that little shout before every pitch. Good job, Passarelli, making Tamba work on this first at bat.
Everything that Passarelli has gotten from Tamba has been on the outer half, and so she's just trying to chase some things down, fouling off, pitch after pitch.
Tamba is an iron woman. It is going to be really tough to get her out of the circle, so they want her to throw as many pitches as possible. Maybe at some point you can get her a little tired. And that is a called third strike.
And so we were talking about how everything had been away. So what does that open up? Something on the inner half, and you have a hitter that's leaning. And you can see where Passarelli, she just was not ready.
Alexi Mathieu up to bat now, seeing what she can do against Tamba. Got a little piece of that. Mathieu wearing the number 4 for her team here at the World Series. Normally wears 42 in honor of Jackie Robinson. Always interesting to watch teams face Tamba for the first time and see if they can eventually figure something out. When you face her for the first time, I'm sure that's a daunting situation.
Yeah, everyone is watching every game here, and trust me, they all know the scores of who beat who. And it was the talk of the field yesterday with Faith Tamba's performance. And so you see a pitcher strike out 17, you're talking to yourself and you're talking to your team like, where did we face them and what team is she on? Let's watch some film.
She's one of the big stars here. Just so much charisma out there. 1-2 the count. Ooh. 2-2. Tamba wanted the strike. She is constantly chattering. You don't ever have to wonder what she's thinking. There's the strike. Called third strike. Tamba struck out the first 2 batters.
And she just continues to attack the strike zone. You're not going to get a lot of balls when you're facing Faith Tamba. So if you're Canada, you've got to be ready to swing the bat. That's too close to take. And I love the fact that Faith, after not getting that pitch prior to get that for the call for strike 3, she doesn't give up on it. She goes right back to it.
And you know, Kinsey, I'm not knocking any other team because most of the players, they'll have the pitches on their arm or they'll get it called in from the catcher.
I'm with you.
Tamba's, she's her own master out there.
Yep.
She's her own coach. She is making the decisions on these pitches. Oh, and 2. Yeah, it is fun when you see people in the softball world come out to this event and get a look at Tamba. That's, hey, how about that Faith Tamba kid from the Philippines? She's an attention grabber. Only 14 years old. Tamba strikes out the side and the legend grows larger. We will see what their bats can do. Philippines coming to bat here in the bottom of the first. Taking on the team from Canada, from the Quebec area. Philippines always travel well. They have a lot of fans here. And this team, they all go to the same school. In fact, most of these girls have been going to school together since elementary school. They live on campus in many cases. So it's a very unique, tight-knit situation. It is going to be Estelle Dion in the circle for Canada.
We saw Dion earlier in this World Series, and when she is right, her stuff is tight spinning down in the zone. Was thrown just over 6 innings.
She'll face Audrey Colleen Matarong. First batter, she goes after the first pitch, and that is perfectly placed right over the shortstop's head for the first base hit. Good piece of hitting there by Matarong.
It's so fun for you and I to see this Philippines team again because we called a lot of their games here at the Junior Little League World Series last year, and there's so many of these pieces that I remember, and I'm looking down and looking what they look like now. Faith Tamba, one of them, Matarong, another one, where they just look a little bit stronger, a little bit, faster, and they're older, of course, right? So this team is hunting for some wins, and they're ready to go.
This is a BR. She's a returner from last year as well. But the thing is, you mentioned their ages. A lot of them still could come back next year.
So it just puts into perspective the experience that they all got as a collective a season ago and how young they truly were.
Jewel Miles BR, the batter.
The coach was a part of that group. I mean, she's back. Running it back with this squad. A couple of new pieces, of course, but just the core group, especially the top of this lineup, they're big bats. They were all on this roster a season ago.
BR collects baseball cards, wants to be a police officer one day. Her team actually voted her future president. And there's the strike on the 3-0 pitch, 3-1. A lot of these players consider their coach a mother figure in their lives. A bunt right back to Dion. Her only throw is to first. Runner advances to second, but one out.
If you were with us a season ago and you watched the Philippines play offensively, it was all about the small ball.
Yeah.
And they know how to bunt. They know how to run the bases. They are not shy about bunting with 2 strikes. They'll bunt with 2 outs. They don't care. They will get that bunt down when they need it.
They manage the game so well. They're so efficient at scoring runs. Charisse Barlita, nickname is Chang Chang. Pulls the bat back, takes a ball. Also a returner from last year. He's a big Ohtani fan.
Who isn't? Get
Her
in
favorite
line.
team's Oklahoma. That is down the line, fair. Philippines will score a run. Throw is coming in, but not in time, and the runner sneaks into second. Good base running by Barlita to get down to second, and an RBI hit for Chang Chang.
Yeah, this is a different season for the Philippines. This roster, they are much better, much improved offensively. Runs were kind of hard to come by a season ago, but not in this World Series. They have been able to find their runs early in games, and we all know how good a pitcher Faith Tamba is. She doesn't need a ton of support, so that run in the first inning is so huge.
Palmera up to bat now with the runner on second base. Palmera, one of the older players on this team at 15. That was a good pitch. Yeah, she went around, but the runner's going to sneak down to third as it got by the catcher, Dosteler. I'd most like to meet Manny Pacquiao. Bunt to the pitcher, Dion again. Well, how about the dive? Palmera diving into first base. Couldn't get that run in. Good job by Dion in the circle to just kind of check that runner before she made the throw. So Faith Tamba, the pitcher, up to bat now. And she's done a good job at the plate too. 3 for 5 this week. Make it 4 of 6. Drives in another RBI, and she will head all the way to second. So Tamba, a double, and she drives in the second run of the game.
The starting pitcher for the Philippines, she saw that base runner at third base. She said, there's 2 outs. I've got to get her home. This is a free run. First pitch, aggressive, and she's on her horse. Run scores easily for the Philippines. Quickly up 2-0.
Tom is now 4 of 6 in the World Series with 2 RBIs. And a strike thrown to Diaz. Two outs, Tamba at second in scoring position. That gets away from the catcher. Tamba will have no trouble going to third. Outside to Diaz. Diaz, her brother previously played in a Little League Baseball World Series. It's a big tradition in her family. And now, what a play by Passarelli! Passarelli saved another run. And that should fire Canada up. Come on. Oh, back here at Everest Park. And a fun first inning. Philippines up 2-0. Good play on both sides. Faith Tamba has now thrown 30 strikeouts since she arrived in Kirkland. Had 27 coming into this game and struck out the side in the first inning. And by the way, just had an RBI double in that last inning as well. So she's back in the circle facing Mia Medley. Medley's dad was a pro hockey player. That's a ball. Medley, one of her hobbies is baking cookies. And did you know, Kenzie, today is a National Chocolate Chip Cookie Day?
No way.
Yeah, way.
Guess what I had as a snack between our last 2 games?
A chocolate chip.
Yes.
Wow.
I had no idea. I'm just on theme. Love that for me.
Home plate umpire Paul Brand going out and having a word with Tamba.
Went to Through Line Coffee this morning, and there was a lovely arrangement of chocolate chip cookies. And I was like, I have a triple header today. I'm going to want this cookie later. And I don't know, I felt the aura about chocolate chip cookie day.
Well, Mia Medley could bake you some.
I'll eat it.
Strike 1. It's funny that Medley likes to bake cookies because her career aspiration is a construction engineer. So you can already see that kind of building, creating mind. Foul back. Tamba ahead in the count to Medley. Some of the Filipino fans in the stands. It's a long journey for them. Check swing, Tamba catches it in the circle.
Well, 4 batters into this game, and she hasn't needed any other fielders. Just needed her catcher, Palmera, behind the dish. 3 strikeouts. Nice little soft liner. She'll take care of it herself. And she's done a really nice job of jamming up these right-handed hitters.
Bluteau, the batter. Bluteau swings on that first pitch. Bluteau's an interesting story, too, because not only is she an elite softball player, she is the national team quarterback for their flag football team in Canada.
Nice.
And that is fast becoming a big-time women's sport here in the U.S. It'll be an NCAA sport. It'll be in the Olympics. It's the QB. So, Kenzie, take me through the Tamba, the little shout she does. You know, the little ha.
Yeah, I don't really know, but I remember it from a season ago. It's what she did. And so, you know, pitchers, we are unique people. I will be the first one to say it as a pitcher myself, part of the club. We all have our routines, and every routine is so different. But, you know, it's not a routine if you don't do it every single time.
Well, she doesn't do it right before she pitches. She does it just sort of about right now. When she gets the ball from her catcher, she'll just turn around and give a ha. And then there we go. There it is.
It's almost like her reset, right?
Yeah.
And so when I pitched, sometimes I would turn around and use a little spot out in center field just to center and look at it and take a breath and a little moment. And that's it for Faith. It's just an audible.
0-2 the count.
Ball.
I'm going to start doing that around the house, see what my family does. I'm just going to sporadically go, ha!
Yeah, I'm just locking in.
Getting ready to fix dinner. Ha!
Strike 3.
Love it. 1-2 to Bluteau, 1 out. Top of the second. Nice hit. Right off of Barlita's glove. That was a hot shot to the corner. And the first base hit off of Tamba belongs to Virginie Bluteau.
It was a lengthy at-bat, a lot of foul balls, and this was a missed spot from Faith Tamba. This pitch on the outer half just leaking over the middle, and Bluteau, she's all over it. Big swing. You can see the choke up with 2 strikes. Short to this pitch. A lot of power behind that swing as well.
Yeah. From one elite athlete to the other. Tamba to Bluteau. Here's Lily LeMay up to bat trying to move Bluteau over. Squares to bunt. It goes off the fence. But what an effort by Palmera, the catcher, to try to get back there and make that play. She was going to run through that chain link fence if she could to try to catch that foul ball. Remember her from last year too.
Yep.
Anchoring the plate. She's fun to watch. Thomas kind of stealing a little of her thunder this year. It's a really entertaining pitcher and catcher combo.
The majority of the infield for the Philippines is back. Behar at first base, Matarong at shortstop, Barlita at third. All leading this team, a year older. There's Behar.
LeMay up to bat, trying to move Bluteau over. Got the first hit of the game off Tamba. And another strikeout for Tamba. That is her fourth. And 2 outs.
You can see where Palmera, the catcher, she wanted this pitch. And if you're watching with us at home and Faith Tamba gets 2 strikes, I want you to zone in on where Palmera, her catcher, has her glove set up, because Faith Tamba, she is so good with her location. I mean, it is pinpoint. This is where I want the pitch, and here it comes.
Outside corner for the ball. Dostelaire, the batter. Dostelaire comes from a very strong baseball family. Her dad owns a baseball and softball indoor training center. Her uncle pitched in the Expos organization. Grandfather was a baseball player as well.
Even that right there, Palmera, she is really working that outside corner. Yes, that's a ball, but where she wanted that pitch, Faith Tamba is within inches of perfect location.
To Dostelaire's credit, she's not taking the bait. 2-0.
Nice mature job of knowing the strike zone.
Sharply to first. Easy put out.
There's a lot of Little League softball out there to watch right now. You just log on at any time, working hours, you'll find a game somewhere streaming. And then, of course, you can always go back and watch the games later if you missed one.
Yeah. Intera, the batter. Tao Intera. Goes after the first pitch. Hits it to Bluteau. Steps on first for the quick out. Good D by Bluteau. Jenny Rose Hermino, the next batter. She's only 4 feet 7 inches tall, but plays big. 13 years old. Also plays on a basketball team, competitive badminton player. That is hit out to short. Passarelli makes the play. Tough to get that ball past Passarelli.
I don't know if she'll ever be able to top the ground ball that we saw in the first inning.
That was awesome.
Just showing off some range here, and I love a little throw on the run, right? Keep your feet moving, get that ball out of your glove, into your throwing hand.
Girls on the run.
That's right.
Chua, the batter for the Philippines. Has that unique designation of most likely to survive a zombie apocalypse, which we had a debate over what that actually means.
Still up in the air.
That's pretty cool. Favorite movie, Cinderella.
It's like the saying, I don't have to outrun the bear, I just have to outrun you. I feel like that's kind of very zombie apocalypse winter type of thing.
2-1 to Chua. Hits that into left field for a clean single. Nice piece of hitting there by Chua.
Bottom of the lineup coming up right now for the Philippines, and I love the fact that Chua, no one on and 2 outs, and she's going to spark her own rally past the bat. See if they can create a little 2-out magic.
Mayo Castillo up to Passarelli.
Wow.
And Passarelli, an absolute vacuum cleaner over there. That is the 3rd out. And no runs behind that right field fence. Happy little guy there too. Love how he smiles. There's a softball behind him.
I was going to say,
Play a
yeah.
little catch with.
I see the souvenir.
Great time of day to be out there and watch softball. Get to watch one of the most dynamic players in the Junior League World Series, number 5, Faith Tamba. And her team has a 2-0 lead as we head into the top of the 3rd inning against a very strong Canadian team. Their pitcher, Estelle Dion, coming up to bat to face Tamba. Nice pitch. Dion, a member of a couple of different Canadian teams that went to the Little League World Series in Greenville and now has moved up to Junior League. Her sister competed in this event last year. And another strike. Oh, Tamba. That was beautiful to watch.
And I told you to watch Palmera's glove. That ball was supposed to be up and in, and it was up and in to perfection. And if you're Canada, I mean, I would like to see them start to be more aggressive early in the count, because I don't want to be facing Faith Tamba when I'm down 0-2. It's just not going to go my way.
Prescott up to bat now. Goes after the first pitch. There you go.
Yeah. You always can split the plate and say, I'm sitting one side of the plate, whether that's inside or outside. And then if you get that, let it loose. If you don't get that, okay, you've got a couple more pitches to play with. You've got to be ready to swing it early.
The facial reactions from Tamba when there's a ball called and it's close are priceless. One and one. Prescott fouls it back. Prescott wears the number 8. That's her mom's birthday. A lot of these players have to give up their numbers for this World Series. She got to claim that number 8 before anybody else got it on her team. That's her number throughout the year.
All right, let's watch Palmera's glove. Where does she want it? 1-2 count. Up and in.
And Prescott was ready for it, but she hits it right to the center fielder, who throws it from center field all the way home in the air. What an arm by Intira out there. I mean, there was no runner, but just the fact that she could do that was amazing.
Let me just get a little warm-up in real quick.
Let me just zip it home in the air from center field.
Yeah, there are some unconventional things that if you watch Philippines long enough, you'll pick up on. Got some superstitions and the way that they all converge after every pitch.
And they go out to the field in between innings. They all run by and physically with one hand touch home plate. Lexia Lemo up to bat now.
It's almost like a football team coming out of the tunnel, touching whatever their superstition is. And the Philippines, they come out of their tunnel and they touch home plate and they run out to their position.
Outside corner, strike 2. Tamba threw 3 strikeouts to start the game. Had a strikeout in the last inning, has one here in the third. Looking for her second to try to retire the Canadian batters. And has it. Tamba strikes out 2 of 3.
Well, if you're here, and if I'm Dion in the circle, I am just very comfortable feeding Passarelli. I want every ground ball headed her way.
Pasilon up to bat now for Philippines as they come to the plate in the bottom of the third. Remember, they send 14 batters up there in their continuous batting order. And Pasilon is batter number 11. She also can pitch if they ever need her. She's a lefty pitcher. Coach Nick leads the Canadian team here for a second straight year. Nice pitch by Dion. And Dion records her first strikeout of the game.
Nice start to this third inning for Dion. And when she is at her best, that ball that's moving down, I love to see it. She's got some natural downspin, like a drop ball, 12-6 rotation.
Sirocco up for the Philippines, hits it hard to second base. Machabi. Man, this Canadian infield, they are rock solid. Quickly, 2 outs.
Sometimes when you have a drop ball pitcher as an infield, it's going to fuel you and it kind of gets you in a groove. Sometimes it's really hard to play behind pitchers like Faith Tamba. I say that kind of laughing because I always want a Faith Tamba on my team, but she's a strikeout pitcher. And so as a defender, sometimes you're not going to have that consistent action where you're feeling like you're in a groove. And so drop ball pitchers, it's why they are always so successful. You can keep that ball on the ground and just let your defense go to work.
1-1 the count to Passion. It's her first Junior League Softball World Series appearance. One of the new players on this team this year. That's popped up. See, Bluteau will make the play. And 3 up, 3 down. Good job by the Canada defense.
Every single inning, man, it is so fun to watch her compete. She is a master at her location, and you know I love that line where it says no walks. So she is just going to continue to attack that strike zone, and if you're in the box against Faith Tamba, you have got to be ready to swing the bat.
There's a strike to Michaud. So, okay, she had 27 coming in. She's had 6 today. My North Carolina public educated brain says that is 33 strikeouts for the week. And the tournament record, our esteemed statistician tells us, is 85.
Well in reach.
Yeah.
I mean, this is day 3. It's kind of interesting, Sam, you mentioned that record, and that was by a Philippines pitcher back in 2023. So how cool would that be if Faith is able to beat that record, but also keep it in the Philippines family?
Very cool. She'll add 1 more to the total. 34 for the week now. She struck out the last 2 batters she's faced and 3 of the last 4. And we go back to the top of the batting order now for Canada. And Passarelli, who has just dazzled us at shortstop. Now we'll try to get her first hit of the game. Passarelli lifts that to the right side of the infield, and it is run down by Chua, second baseman. Good job, Chua.
You can just feel the joy that this team is radiant with. Starts with Tamba in the circle, but you can also feel it from their fans and their family in the stands. There's a lot of support here in Kirkland.
They're the happy team. Called strike to Mathieu.
But I also feel like it's a little bit of a revenge tour for them, right? Yes, there's so much happiness and joy, but I just feel like it's such a different look than what we saw a season ago. And you have one of the best, if not the best, pitcher in this World Series. This might be one of the favorites.
Oh, that is hit to center field, and tracking it is Intira. So 3 up, 3 down for Canada. Well, the Asia Pacific Philippines fans in the stands. And we talked about this Philippine team, how much better they are this year. I mean, you can make the case that it's almost like a developmental program they have there, because these players live, train, study, spend almost every day together in the Philippines. So they just continue to work and get better from year to year and as a team. Coach Jean Landani leads the way. And the Philippines are up to bat. This is the final batter in their 14-batter batting order. Michaela Joyce Agon. Agon wants to be a doctor one day, but her favorite food is French fries, so may have to make some changes.
What?
Big swing.
No, that's not a sacrifice I can make.
Her favorite subject in school is math.
Hey, potato is a superfood, okay?
Yeah. Baked fries. Maybe it's baked fries.
Yeah, you can make them at home.
Maybe they're sweet potato. It's so funny. Agon's bat looks as big as she is. And does the trick. Lured the walk. And that is the first base on balls given up by Dion. And it gives the Philippines a runner on as we head to the top of their batting order now.
A little frustration there for Dion. That's not what you want. You don't want to be walking last batter of the lineup to turn the lineup over for the top, which was so successful in the first inning.
Matarong, the leadoff batter, she's also one of the leaders on this team. She is one of the players that organizes everybody when they need to be places and goes over the scouting report with them, leads the scouting report, lays down a beautiful bunt. Dion will make the throw to first for the out, but Matarong advances the runner down to second. Good play by Dion to get her at first, but Agon is down at second in scoring position, and we've already talked about how efficient they are at scoring runs when they get on base.
With Faith Tamba in the circle and you get that lead-off free pass, you've got to find a way to get her into scoring position, bring her around.
BR hits it out into left field over Medley's head, and that will bring in another run, and BR makes it to second, just gets back as the run crosses, and the Philippines pick up another run and lead 3-0.
Well, that'll do. That's how you do it. Get them on, get them over, and find a big swing from Bihar. And just, I love a little leg kick. Gets to contact, and you can see her eyes. She's watching it. Does this get past Medley out in left field? It does, and it is on to the races.
It wasn't that far from being an over-the-fence home run. BR is down at second base. Barlita, the batter. Barlita chops that foul. Barlita had a RBI hit in her first at bat. Favorite food, carbonara. Oklahoma softball fan. Must be an English teacher one day. Barlita, just under 5 feet tall. Outside. Alita pops that up, charging in is Michaud from third, makes the catch. Runner holds it second, so 2 outs. Good play by Chloe Michaud, third baseman.
Yeah, nice bounce back from Dion. Quick, easy pop up to my infield, get that key second out.
Palmera up to bat now, trying to drive in Bihar, who's the runner at second, 2 outs. That is in tough spot, but nice catch by Mathieu as she raced over from center field. So the Philippines strand with their hand. And the catcher, the last player to do it. Whatever they're doing is working.
I love it. I love to see every team's superstition and a pregame ritual or a pre-inning ritual.
Are you going to go get your own fathead to take home with you, Kenzie?
I don't think so.
They'll make it for you right over there. Machaby swings on the first pitch, and left fielder Medley comes over and says, I got it. Excuse me, left fielder for Philippines, Diaz. Chases off Intira to make that catch.
It is fun to see all of the parents and siblings, everyone's waving their own fatheads around, but we've definitely seen the fatheads grow day by day. We see more every day.
I think people are onto it now.
Yeah.
Just word of mouth.
It's like, wait a minute, I can't be having the other team have a fathead, and my girl doesn't have a fathead.
Here's Medley up to bat now. Medley plays left field defensively for this Canadian team. Arizona State softball fan. I haven't seen that pop up as a favorite team.
Okay, I have seen someone for Canada walking around, and I'm guessing this is...
I did too, in the Arizona State t-shirt.
Of relation, and he's down the third baseline, and he is decked out head to toe in ASU gear. I'm gonna have to get to the bottom of that.
Does that make you a little mad?
No. I'm all good. The rivalry is in my past life.
Okay.
All right? As a player, maybe different story.
Tamba pitching to Medley. Medley fights that off for the foul ball. Medley and her family live in Montreal. She's a big tennis player. You saw her dad, Matthew. He was a hockey player. And that is hit right at Matterong. Nice play. Boy, the shortstops on these teams are excellent.
This is the best all-around softball that I have seen here so far in this World Series. We are seeing everything from everyone. Clutch hitting, great pitching, elite defense, infielders, outfielders, you name it. They are giving us it all.
And we've seen them save the best for last.
Yeah.
Final game of the day on this field. Bluteau stepping in against Tamba. Bluteau got a hit. It's the first hit of the game off Tamba earlier. Lifts that foul. Barlita will make the grab, and Canada unable to get a base runner on. For those guys that came over to meet him.
It sounds like a band name, Broccoli Jim and the Florettes.
Yeah, it does.
They're breaking some broccoli out there in right center field.
He's a big softball celebrity now. Faith Tamba up to bat, facing her fellow pitcher Dion, and went after that first pitch. Good pitch, strike one. Tamba doubled in her first at bat, drove in one of the 3 runs. Tamba is still just 14 years old. Her career aspiration is to be a doctor one day. It's that hard on the ground to Michaud, and Tomba will beat out the throw.
Number 14, Jonathan Diaz.
Good job by Tomba getting down the baseline when Micho had trouble getting that throw over. Infield coming in a little bit here for Diaz with Tomba on first. But she's swinging away, goes up the middle. That gets through. Base hit up the middle for Diaz, and even Passarelli, the stellar shortstop, couldn't get this one.
Well, the way that I have known the Philippines to go about their strategy, I was thinking sacrifice bunt was set up here all day. So I love the fact that Diaz is swinging away on the first pitch, and she hit that ball hard up the middle.
And Tara up to bat, little circle visit coming. Coach Nick making his way out as Philippines now have runners at first and second with no outs here in the bottom of the fifth. It's the first time he's seen his defense commit an error.
Just a little reset, no outs on the board. Talk about your positioning, whether they want to stay back, try and turn a double play, or shift over, get the force out at third base. But you've also got to talk about a bunt situation. This has Philippines sacrifice bunt or a sneaky bunt written all over it.
Whatever he's saying, he's loosening them up because they're. Let's see if we're going to have change in the circle, or just. 13 still, Dion's still in the circle for now, but coming out of the dugout is number 9, so that is Lemo, and she's going to go to second base. So that's the only change. So Maccabee will leave second. So runners at first and second, no outs.
Wondering if that's to go get her warmed up a little bit. She is an option in the circle for Canada.
And Tara, the batter, puts it right back up the middle off the pitcher. Runners will advance a base, so the bases are loaded. Base hit for Intera. Infield single. Tomba, the runner, at third. Diaz is at second. Intera is at first. And good sportsmanship there as Intera came over and checked on Dion, make sure she was okay after she got hit by that ball. Jenny Rose Hermino coming up to bat now with the bases loaded for the Philippines and no outs. Philippines threatening again. And that hits Hermino in the helmet, and it will bring a run in. Hermino didn't even flinch. So 4-0 Philippines. Bases stay loaded. Chua up to bat. Passarelli will throw home. They get the force.
See the positioning for Canada defensively. They are crunched in tight with the bases loaded. And the Philippines continues to hit the ball hard and on the ground. Passarelli, she's all over it with that force out.
That was a tough grounder too, because she missed it on the big hop. That was on the short hop.
And Canada's defense right back to it. Middle infield is way in.
Castillo, the batter. Takes that into right field, caught. They'll throw home. Runner tags and gets in there. Intera scores for the Philippines off the tag. And a lot to celebrate right now. 5-0 Philippines. Canadian players meeting in the circle right now.
There's a lot going on. That sacrifice fly to right field. Everyone from Canada dugout was yelling. Everyone from the Philippines dugout was yelling. Everybody was yelling about home plate, right? I want you to score and I want you to throw it home.
We were screaming inside. Pasilon up to bat now. Grounder to second, gets through. Another run scores. They'll send one more. Throw to second. Got her, but 2 runs scored in the meantime. That was the 3rd out, but they were able to get 2 runs across before that 3rd out. So umpire just confirming to us that that run did count. So Philippines, you can find Little League at Facebook, X, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok at the official handles at Little League, and don't forget to use the hashtag LLWS. We are now moving into the top of the 6th inning. Philippines just increased their lead to 7-0. 16 batters faced for Tamba.
That's good if you are new to softball. It's pretty good. And just the little things with Faith Tamba, like those are her balls, right? So she misses with intention. And it's so much fun to see her progress from a season ago to now. Her velo is up. Her command is what's standing out to me.
LeMay, the batter, fouls that one off. LeMay struck out against Tamba the first time she faced her today. This is just the 2nd time through the Canadian batting orders. Pointed out, everybody's had to face compared to batters. Most pitchers had to face compared to most pitchers in the 6th inning. These are 7-inning games. Philippines are the home team. Philippines trying to stay in the hunt for bracket play. Is this the first full count for Tamba?
It's got to be. Look at the breakdown with her pitch count. Has only thrown 11 balls. Ridiculous.
Only giving up the 1 hit from Bluteau. That was back in the 2nd inning. And there's the first walk given up by Tamba. She's human.
Number 7, Adele Bostelero.
So let's see if Canada can take advantage of this rare base runner against Tamba. Dostelaire, the batter. Outside is right again where Palmera wanted it. Allowed her to make that throw down there, but she got back in time. Good jump back by LeMay.
Wow, that was a big lead from LeMay.
1st and 3rd are in. back 1-1. We've got the runner on first, 1 out. See first base and third base playing in a little bit. Hit sharply. They get the play at first. Ball goes into the outfield. Throw will come over to third, not in time. They get the 1 out, but LeMay is able to get all the way to third base. So Canada really with their first threat on the bases to score a run. And Dion will be the batter. Base hit would bring in their first run of the game.
Still only the 1 hit from Canada. Is back in the second inning from Blue Toe. Seen a little bit more contact the last couple of innings, so Faith Tomba should have had a strikeout since the 4th, but it's been a lot of pop-ups and a couple of ground ball outs, but mostly balls in the air. Going after pitches like that up in the zone.
0-2, Tomba well ahead here, trying to get the second out. And hold that runner at third. The runner is Lily LeMay for Canada. Dion the batter.
I don't know where that misses. It's not low.
That is laced to center field. Canada will score its first run of the game. An RBI single for the pitcher, Estelle Dion.
Oh, that's got to feel so good for Dion. Down 2 strikes. Nice piece of hitting here, and to have your first hit for Canada since the second inning, especially with a runner at third base, like, let's clutch up right now. Chip our way back into this lead.
7-1 now. Top of the 6th. Philippines will be coming to bat in the bottom of the 6th. Canada would have 1 more at bat. Unless Philippines could have an explosion of offense in their at bat at the bottom of the 6th and go up by 10 or more runs. Prescott the batter. Runner on first for Canada. They just scored their first run of the game, and that is foul. So Tomba now ahead in the count again, 0-2. Strikeout, Tomba.
When pitchers give up their first run or a home run or any sort of big moment, I'm always watching what is the response going to be. And we talked about how Faith, she hadn't had a strikeout since the 4th inning, and all of a sudden she just digs a little deeper to find that strikeout number 8.
I think she has so many intangibles outside of what she's doing, just her leadership and her tenacity, her ability to come back when things aren't going right.
She's a bulldog.
Adamo fouls that. Another 0-2 count for Tamba to work with. Runner at first. Canada's just scored their first run of the game here toward the end of this game. So they're running out of time to try to catch this Philippines team. Both these Little Leagues back here for the second time, but the Philippines team has a lot of the same players that were here last year. That's it right back to Tamba, textbook fielding. And so the Philippines give up their first run of the game, but they stay well in front, 7-1, as we head to the bottom of the sixth. Philippines fans abandoning the bleachers and finding a nice spot out in right field. These benches and lawn chairs. It's a great spot to watch up on that hill. They got to be loving what they're seeing right now because this has been such a solid performance. Good game all around, really, from both teams. Philippines coming to bat now. Sirocco in the bottom of the sixth. Sirocco goes after the first pitch. Good pitch by Dion. Canada will have one more opportunity unless the Philippines can get up by 10 runs here to come back up to bat. Right now it's a 6-run lead. This is the bottom 3 batters in their continuous batting order. Sirocco takes a ball. She's one of the 13-year-olds on this team. Also a gymnast back home. That's a chopper. And Passarelli charges it and makes the play. I mean, the grounders she's getting, Kinsey, they're tough. She makes it look easy.
This is routine for her, a little short hop. And I love just a little hesitation, like, make sure I have it. I do. All right, I've got a ton of time because I have a cannon of an arm.
Yeah. Her gloves on the dirt. Pashon up to bat now. Again, another one of the 13-year-olds on this team. 4 feet 11 inches tall. Nice smile. Coach drew out of her. Charging it is Michaud, makes the play, 2 outs.
And that's the key with those high bouncing ground balls that we just saw from Michaud and the one.
Leading this game, top of the 7th inning. And this could be the final at bat for Canada unless they can score 6 runs. And that is a good start. Michaud with the leadoff single. And we go back to the top of the batting order. She was the final batter in their continuous batting order.
Love to see the spark from the bottom of the lineup. Michaud, we saw her play some solid defense, swinging a big bat down in that 11 spot. And here comes the top of the lineup.
Passarelli, the leadoff batter to start the game for this Canadian team. Trying to get the rally going here.
See the aggressive swings early. And if you were with us in the first 3 innings, it was a lot of taking from Canada in the early pitches from Faith Tampa. And what does she do? She pumps strikes, she gets ahead 0-2, and then she's going to elevate on you, and it was a lot of strike 3. And so it's a little bit frustrating for Canada that it's taken to this point for them to get that aggressive mentality.
Check swing, called a ball. Didn't go around, 1-1.
Passarelli kind of laughing at herself, saying, I didn't swing. No. I held that.
Let's hit into center field. Diving catch.
That's a double play.
I think it is, unless she did not catch it. So I think the ball came out. The way we saw it, it looked like she caught it, but when she rolled over, the ball came out. So she got the force at second.
Huh.
And so the batter.
I'd like to see this again. I thought it was a catch live up here in the booth, but we do not have a great angle.
The second base umpire there that came out of her glove right there.
Where?
I think when she turned over.
No, I don't know. I don't see it.
I'm trusting the umpire.
I didn't see it. I want to see white, or excuse me, not white. Balls are yellow nowadays, Kenzie. Thank you very much. I want to see yellow on the grass, and I didn't see that.
Still have the base runner on. Passarelli is at first. 1 out. Matu up to bat. That's a tough spot. No play. Canada with runners at first and second. And Matu with an infield single moves Passarelli over to second.
I'm telling you, it's the early swings. And so now this is the cat and mouse that I just love as a pitcher. So how do you, as Faith Tamba, make your adjustments? Because you're starting to see Canada with really big swings on the first or second pitch of their last 3 at-bats. And so for Faith Tamba, she has got to expand her strike zone. It's where you start to pitch a little bit backward instead of going over the heart of the plate or even working the corners. Let's go a ball or 2 off. Let's go a ball or 2 upstairs. Go in tight on the hands.
Again, this is the at-bat that determines the course of this game. Top of the 7th, Philippines with a 7-1 lead. Machabi up to bat, runners at first and second with 1 out.
That's exactly right there. Elevate. I'm not going anywhere near the strike zone until I see Canada start to be more patient. And also you have to remember, Machabi, she's already had a home run in this World Series, so this is a hitter with some serious pop. You can see the smile from Faith Tamba, like, okay, you swung at the first one, but you didn't swing at the second one. What are you going to do now? Should I bring it down a little bit?
Catcher Palmera trying to keep those runners where they are as well. Let's hit out to center field. That is deep. Hits the fence. Canada will score just 1 run. They hold the runner at third, and so they only get 1 run out of that. But what a big hit from Machabi. That almost went over.
Oh, she missed her second home run of the World Series by a foot, maybe 2. What a swing. This is a pitch over the heart of the plate. You could see where Palmera wanted that pitch. She wanted it more on the outer half. It drifts over the middle, and I'm telling you, Machabi, she is one of the best hitters in this World Series. You cannot miss with a pitch like that to a hitter like Machabi. She's going to take advantage.
So Canada playing it conservative. Don't want to risk getting that second out. They hold the runner at third, so they now have runners at second and third. Medley the batter, 7-2. This could be the final at bat unless they can get to 7 runs and tie Philippines. Just 1 out. Oh, 2.
Last 2 pitches, Faith Tamba going up, going away, outside of the strike zone, feeding off of the big swings from Canada.
Good job by Palmera. behind the plate, made that catch. Runners stayed. One and two, the count, one out. Popped up, catcher's calling for it. Palmera couldn't quite make the catch.
I would have loved to see Bihar, the first baseman, take control of that foul ball. That's a first baseman's fly ball all day. That's tough for Palmera behind the plate. It's tough for Tamba. That should have been out number 2.
1 and 2 the count. Barlita and BR, the third base, first base, coming in to give some words of encouragement to Tamba. Tamba looking for the third strike to freeze the runners, and gets it. 2 outs.
What a gutsy strikeout. Long at bat here, and she just goes to a little curve up and away. Strikeout number 9 of the game for Faith.
Bluteau coming up to bat for Canada with 2 outs, 2 on. Philippines an out away from the win. Popped into right field. It gets down. 1 run scores. Here comes the second. And we play on as Bluteau dives into second base. Canada closing the gap, 7-4.
I'm guessing that's a happy mom. Just a guess.
Mom Catherine. Lily LeMay up to bat now with 2 outs. And the runner Bluteau is out at second. They're 3 runs away from extending the game. And this is the top of the 7th. Philippines are the home team. Canada has scored 3 runs here in this top of the 7th. Strike. LeMay drew the only walk of the game against Tamba in her last at bat. Right down the middle for strike 2. Philippine fans just going nuts in the stands right now. Tamba a strike away from the win. Chopper to first, well played by Bijar. Game over, and the Philippines hang on despite a late rally by Canada.
Ooh, that was a gutsy win. That was a team win.